Okay, I'm back. Please join. Good. Say good morning. Let me see if I'm getting messages. Can someone message me on the WhatsApp? Tell me whether everything is fine. Please message me on the WhatsApp group. Tell me if everything is fine. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm not getting any messages, man. Yeah? Shall I start class? Thanks, Likit. Oh, you're commenting, but I cannot see the comments, man. I don't know why. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll continue the class. Excuse me. Okay, okay, thank you. Now, see, last class I taught you, yes, you tell me what I taught you, normal distribution. All right. I'm not getting messages, man. I don't know why. Okay. I wanted feedback. Never mind. If there is something wrong, you can call me on my phone. Message me on my phone. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry. Today I have a small problem. Okay. I have a small problem. The light above my head has gone off. I tried to put another light, but the socket is the screw type, it's not the, pin. So I don't have a bulb that has you know, the screw type. So I'll buy one today. I thought I had bulbs inside. I thought I will fix, and today, to my utter surprise, this is the problem. But I'm sure with my big light you can see. Okay. Today we are doing something called normal distribution. Okay. Normal distribution. Normal distribution, sorry, we already finished. Today we are doing something called ANOVA. ANOVA. Now, ANOVA is also a test which is a parametric test. We try to compare the difference between the means of different variables. All right. It is basically a test to compare the means of different variables. All right. Now, example is, suppose there are some salesmen working in different cities and the sales figures are given, then we can find out whether the salesman's performance is different in different cities. See, let us say three salesmen are selling the same product in four different cities, and how much they have sold in each city is given. So we can find out for a start whether there is a difference in the sales performance of each salesman. Now, when we start a problem, we start with the hypothesis and we start with the null hypothesis, like how I have taught you. So, like we did the chi-square test, we will do the ANOVA test. all the ANOVA is written all in capitals, ANOVA. So please write ANOVA. ANOVA, ANOVA. Okay. Analysis of variance. Okay. Now, see, for the analysis of variance, we have to go via Fisher's F test. All right. So the formula for Fisher's F test is variance between samples divided by variance within samples. To remember, you must remember that B comes before W. Between starts with B. B comes before W. Within starts with W. So the numerator is variance between samples divided by variance within samples. This is the formula. Please copy. Okay. Now I will give you a problem. Start copying the problem. When you see the problem and we work out, you will understand it is a better way than me explaining. Okay, I'll explain again, and towards when I finish all my classes, for every chapter, I will give you theory explanation. But now when I give you theory, it's better to explain with some this thing examples. Okay, so the better way is to start with a problem. Start, all of you ready? See, for ANOVA, when we give a problem, we have to assume certain things. One is that the whatever data is given is normally distributed, there is no error, etc. This is common assumptions for everything. All right, all the sums, inclusive of ANOVA. Now, this is the problem. Ready? Based on the data given below, based on the data given below, find out if there is any significant difference. Find out if there is any significant difference in the sales performance of three different salesmen who conduct their sales in four different cities. Who conduct their sales in four different cities. Okay. Now you have to rule and give me four columns. Kindly rule 4 columns. The first column, you write cities. This is the problem. The first column, you write cities. Under that, you have to write 4 rows. 4 rows. Cities you write and write 4 rows. City A, B, C, D. The second, third, fourth column has a common heading, salesmen. There are 3 salesmen, 1, 2 and 3, and these are the sales figures of the salesmen. I'll hold steady, you copy. The first salesman, column wise I'm telling you, the values are 16, 20, 28, 32. The second salesman, the sales figures are 12, 16, 24, 36. The third salesman, 8, 20, 32, 40. Now you have to write this. Is there a significant difference? Is there a significant difference in the sales performance of the different salesmen? Is there a significant difference in the sales performance of the different salesmen? I repeat, is there a significant difference in the sales performance of different salesmen? I'll hold it little back, but I think this is not very clear, so here. Okay. Now we will do the problem. All right. Write solution. For the solution, the first thing you have to write is the hypothesis. The null hypothesis, excuse me. You have to write null hypothesis. Write h to the base 0 or h naught. H naught. And write there is no significant difference. There is no significant difference in the sales performance. There is no significant difference in the sales performance of the different salesmen in different cities. Okay, I will repeat. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in the sales performance of the different salesmen in different cities. Below that put H alternative, H to the base A, colon, and write there is a significant difference. There is a significant difference in the sales performance of different salesmen in different cities. I hope you finished. I will repeat. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in the sales performance of different salesmen in different cities. H alternative is there is a significant difference in the sales performance of different cities. Now class, you will see that there are 3 salesmen and 4 cities. They have asked you whether there is a significant difference in the sales performance of the salesmen. Now, they have not asked you whether there is a significant difference in the sales in different cities. We have to concentrate on the salesmen. When we are doing, it is not that we cannot do the problem based on whether there is a significant difference in the sales in different cities. We can do that. But first we have been asked whether there is a significant difference in the sales performance of the salesman. So you have to remember and make a note, whatever is asked, that variable, the variable asked, or you say write this, the variable asked should be the sample. The variable asked should be the sample, denoted as x1, x2, etc. The variable asked should be the sample, denoted as x1, capital X1, capital X2, capital X3. Here only 3 samples, so x1, x2, x3. Fine. Now you see here, it is in column wise. So your problem when you do will also come column wise. Now, as I told you, I showed you the formula. The formula says F test has to have variance between samples divided by variance within samples. Our problem comes in 3 parts. Okay? The first part is we have to calculate part A, write down. Part A, calculation of the grand mean. Part A is calculation of the grand mean. GRANDMEAN, and you usually put X bar, no? This is X double bar. Calculation of the grand mean, X double bar, 2 bars on top of it. One minute. Calculation of the grand mean. The second part of the problem is the variance between the samples. Part B is calculation of this one, variance between samples. Calculation of variance between samples. The third part, part C, is calculation of variance within samples, the denominator. Alright, calculation of variance within samples. Okay, so we have the problem in three parts. The first part is calculation of the grand mean, then the calculation of the variance between samples. To remember between or within, remember that between starts with B and in the alphabet B comes before W. If B is for between and W is for within, then remember in the alphabetical order B comes before W. So between comes first and within comes afterwards. Alright. So the first part we are going to do is calculation of the grand mean. Now what you have to do is you have to calculate the mean. How we calculate the mean is you make three columns. How many samples are there? Three samples. So we require three columns. You write here grand mean. Okay. Then the first column is x1, second column is x2, third column is x3. Okay, already. Now what I do is I will copy the problem, whatever values I got here. Under the first one, I'll copy 16, 20, 28 and 32, and I will call it as summation. I'll call it summation x1 is equal to. Alright. Similarly, I want you to do x2. x2 will be 12, 16, 24, 36. So the summation will be summation x, capital X2. And the third one is 8. Under x3, you have 8, 20, 32, 40, and you have to do at summation x3 is equal to. Now I will also add. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get, I don't know why. I'll check that later. So 16 plus 20 plus 28 plus 32. You will get 96. Okay, 96. Next, 12 plus 16 plus 24 plus 36, 88. And next you will get 8 plus 20 is 28, 28 plus 32 plus 40, 100. So I've got like this. Now I will calculate x bar 1, x bar 2 and x bar 3. So x bar 1 is equal to 96 by 4 is equal to, once again, 24. The x bar 2 will be 88 by 4, 22, and x bar 3 will be 25. Alright, now we calculate the grand mean. As you have guessed, the grand mean is x bar 1 plus x bar 2 plus x bar 3 divided by how many? 3. There are 3 means, so divided by 3. So I will calculate x double bar is equal to x bar 1 plus x bar 2 plus x bar 3 divided by 3, which means it is 24 plus 22 plus 25 divided by 3. Twenty-four plus 25 plus 22, 71 divided by 3. 23 point, you'll get 23 point something. For the sake of the problem, I will make it 24. Because if we have a decimal point, okay, in the exam we will make sure that you will get without a decimal point. So in order not to have a decimal point, I am making it 24. Okay, now part A of the problem is over. Now write part B. Calculation of the variance between means. Calculation of the variance between samples, not means, sorry. Calculation of the variance between samples, like how I told you here. So this numerator we are calculating. Okay, we are calculating the variance between samples. Now what you have to do is, you have to work it out in 3 columns. Okay, the first column is like this. X, write down x bar 1 minus x double bar, the whole squared. Wait, I'll rule it so it becomes simpler for you. The next column is x bar 2 minus x double bar, the whole squared. And the third one is x bar 3 minus x double bar the whole squared. Okay, now what was x bar 1? X bar 1 is 24. What is x double bar? 24. So 24 minus 24 is 0. I'll write in brackets here for you. See, the first one is x bar 1 is 24, x double bar is 24. So 24 minus 24 is 0. How many cities were there? 4 cities. So write this 4 times. I repeat, there were 4 cities, 4 rows were there. So whatever value you get as x bar 1 minus x double bar, you write it 4 times for the representing the 4 cities. Next, x bar 2 is 22. 22 minus 24 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. So write 4 4 times. And in the third one, it is 24 into 20, 24 minus 25, which will get 1. So 1 you write 4 times. I am holding it steady. Okay. Now we do sum of, write down, sum of the squares between samples. That is 16, 0 plus 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. One second. All right. To find the variance between the samples, we have to divide this value by the degree of freedom. Now, the degrees of freedom in ANOVA, there are two. DF, you will have M, M, and you will have N, or it is also called gamma 1 and gamma 2. Okay, M and N. Now, you calculate M for this part. This part is to calculate the variance between samples. For the variance between samples, we have to use the degree of freedom called M. M has a different formula, N has a different formula. So, write down to calculate degrees of freedom M. Once again. Okay. M is equal to number of samples minus 1 implies we had 3 samples. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. I repeat, in this problem, ANOVA, we require to calculate two types of degrees of freedom. The two types of degrees of freedom are M and N. For now, I am calculating variance between samples. For variance between samples, I have to calculate M, and M is number of samples. Formula for M is number of samples minus 1. Number of samples were x1, x2, x3. 3. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Alright. Now we have not completed part B. To complete the part B, to calculate variance, we must use this degree of freedom and divide it from the sum of squares between samples. Okay, so write down. Our problem is like this: variance between samples is equal to variance between samples is equal to sum of squares between samples divided by m. Our sum of squares, see, our sum of squares was 20. You understand? 16 plus 4, it was sum of the squares between samples was 20. Alright? So, to calculate the variance between samples, you have to do this. One second, I'll keep something behind it. Since the light is on my head, okay? Now, our part 2 of the problem is over. We finished part A, now part B is over. I'll take a little while. Please give me a message if everything, I'm not getting any messages on Facebook. Kindly message me if everything is okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting the comments. Kindly give me a comment if you understood and I can continue. Please message me. Class, can someone message me on my phone? Please give me a message if everything is over. Please message me on my phone. Very good. I got the message. Thank you. Yeah, I'll continue. Now we are going to do part C. Okay? Part C is calculation of variance within samples. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma. Anu, Ruben. Okay, now I don't know that. I cannot read. What is that? Malayalam, Tamil? I don't know what it is. Okay, never mind. Okay, so part C, variance between within samples. We are finding variance within samples. This is part C. Now, again, you require columns, 6 columns. In that, first and second column is for one purpose. That is, you basically three broad columns, under each column two columns. Or you could say straight away 6 columns. I'll show you, give me a minute. I hope you have written the heading, variance within samples. So first what you have to do is, see, you have to write like this. Make columns for writing x1, x2 and x3. And the next column free. See, next column to that free. Now I am filling in this x1, x2, x3, 16, 20, 28, 32. Fill in like this. Okay, now I am filling x2, 12, 16, 24, 36. Now going for x3, 8, 20, 32 and 40. Now, in the second column, it is concerning x1. So, you have to write x1 minus x bar 1 the whole squared. x1 minus x bar 1 the whole squared. Similarly, in column 4, it is x2 minus x bar 2 the whole squared. Okay, and the third one is x3 minus x bar 3 the whole squared. Now x bar 1 is 24, right? X bar 1 is 24. X, so 16. X1 means 16. 16 minus 24 is 8. 8 squared is 64. This is 16, correct? 16 minus 24 is 8. 8 squared is 64. I repeat, this is x1 minus x bar 1. The first x1 is 16. X bar 1 is 24. So 16 minus 24 is 8. 8 squared is 64. The negative becomes positive because of the square. Next is 20 minus 24. Again 4. 4 squared, now it is 4. 4 squared is 16. Next is 28 minus 24 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Next, you will go The first x bar 1 is 24. X bar 2 is 22. I'm coming to that. X bar 1 is 24, right? So I repeat, 16 minus 24 is 8. X1, this is all X1. So 16, 16th and X bar 1. 16 minus 24 is 8, 8 4 is 64. Next, 20. 20 minus 24 is 4, 4 4 is 16. 28 and 24. Hold on, I have a call from the registrar. Sir, I'm in class. Yes, tell me, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Morning, sir.
Madam, అది ఇదేనాಯ್ತು ఎట్లాగేను
Sir, that I have written to the VC. Sir, I'm in class. Shall I call you at 10:30, please?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I did not understand the. See, someone has asked me a question 22 minus 24. That is previous. Now we are not concerning that. What did I do? See, 1 minute. Somebody's asked me a question. 22 minus 24 is 2. Remember, this is square. 22 minus 22, 4 is square. Then square becomes 4. This one also. 1 square. Okay? Now, that was previous one. Now we'll come to this. Okay. X1 minus 32 minus 24. Okay. 32 minus 24 is 8. 8 into 8. Yeah, welcome. 64. Now I'm adding. I usually add 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 64. Some value I got, man. Wait. 64 plus 16 plus 16 plus 64. 160. See? Okay, now I'm doing the next one. This x2 is 22. So, first one, 12 minus 22 is 10. 10 squared is 100. Next, I have to do 16. 16 minus 22. 16 minus 22 is 6. 6 squared is 36. Next, 24. 24 and 22 is 2. 4. Next, 36 and 24. 36 minus 22, sorry. I'll get 14. 14 into 14 is 196. So I'll take the square. It is 336. 196 plus 4 plus 36 plus 100. It was one of the easiest. Now x3 is 25. I have to work out with 25. The first one for x3 we to calculate is 8. 25 minus 8 is equal to 17. 17 into 17 is equal to 289. The next one, 20 minus 25 is 5. 5 into 5, 25. Next is 32. 32 minus 25 is 7. 7 into 7 is 49. Next you will get 40. 40 minus 25, 15. 15 into 15, 225. Check this. 8 minus 25 is 17. Sorry. I will recheck this. 25 minus 8 is equal to 17. 17 into 17 is equal to 289. Then 20 and 25 is 5. 5 squared is 25. Next, 32 minus 25 is equal to 7. 7 squared is 49. Next, 40 and 25 is 15. 15 squared is 225. So I am adding this now. 289 plus 25 plus 49 plus 225. I'm getting 588. Now I will do sum of the variance within samples. (160) plus 336 plus 588 is equal to 1 minute, 160 plus 336 plus 588 is equal to 1084. So sum of the sorry class, not variance, squares. I'm so sorry. Sum of the squares within the samples is 1084. All finished? Now, just as we did the variance, for the variance, no, we have to divide by the degrees of freedom. Now it is n. We already finished m. See, we finished m. Now we have to calculate n or gamma 2. N is equal to total number of observations minus number of samples. I'll show you the formula first, then I'll explain. Write down total number of observations Okay, now I'm going back and showing you the problem. This was the problem. Now, observations means all these numbers 16, 20, 28, 32, 4. 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4, 12. These are the observations 16, 20, 28, 32, 12, 16, 24, 36, 8, 20, 32, 40. How many are there? 12. 3 salesmen, 4 cities. 3 into 4, 12. Okay. So total number of observations we have is equal to 12. Number of samples is 3. Therefore, we will calculate variance within samples. Variance within samples is equal to sum of squares within samples divided by n. So sum of squares was, I think you got 1084, isn't it? Yeah, 1084 divided by 9. One 1084 divided by 9. 120.44. Sorry. Okay. Now we come to the last part. The third C is over. We come to the last part of the problem. F is equal to variance between samples divided by variance within samples. Is equal to we got 10 divided by 120.44. Between samples was 10, isn't it? We'll get a very small value, 0.083. Now class, we have to compare this value with the table. You look for the ANOVA table at 5% significance. Browse and look for the ANOVA table. Otherwise, what I'll do is, I will stop the class here, and on Thursday, I will send you, before the Thursday class, I will send you the table, and on Thursday, I will explain the table because I don't want to go into the next class. What I'll do is, on Thursday, I will send you the table, and in the table, I'll explain the table, and we'll compare the values, and we will get the answer. All we have to do now is to see whether the null hypothesis is accepted or rejected, or if it is rejected, we have to accept the alternative hypothesis. So do we have to do that? We have to decide with the table. Since I have not given you the table, and now browsing and getting will make it late, you keep this value. Our final calculated value is 0.083. Okay, this is our calculated value. We compare this calculated value with the table value, and we will take a decision whether to accept or reject the null hypothesis. If we reject the null hypothesis, we will accept the alternative hypothesis. So this decision we will keep on Thursday. Before that, I still have a few minutes. I will revise one by one. Since it is a long problem, I will revise what I have done till now. First, I gave you the problem. In the problem, what I told you is, we had salesman 1, salesman 2 and salesman 3. These salesmen were selling in 4 different cities the same product. Okay, they were selling the same product in 4 different cities. Now, our question was, is there a significant difference in the sales performance of the salesman? Alright? So what I told you is, whenever they ask you, whatever they asked you about the salesman, right? So salesmen become your samples. Salesmen become your column-wise samples. Remember, sample is always to be done column-wise. So salesmen become your column-wise samples. In my next class, we'll do it in a other version also, other ways. But now you understand this. Remember that when they are asking about the salesman, x1, x2, x3 become salesman 1, 2, 3 in column wise. Okay, that is the first thing. So what I told you is, first with that, we have to do three things. The first thing is calculation of the grand mean x double bar. Excuse me. Calculation of the grand mean x double bar. So we calculated the grand mean. One minute. We calculated the grand mean. I gave you x1 here, x2 here, x3. We got total of 96, 88, and for summation x1 we got 96. So x1, summation x1 by 4, x bar 1 was 24. Similarly, summation x2 was 88. 88 by 4, I got x bar 2 as 22. Similarly, x3, summation x3 was 100. X bar 3 was 25. So, to calculate the grand mean was x bar 1 plus x bar 2 plus x bar 3 divided by how many samples are there? 3 samples. Therefore, divide by 3. So, we got 24 plus 22 plus 25 divided by 3. I got 23 point something, but I rounded it off to 24 for the sake of making the problem easier to calculate. This was not 24, it was 23 point something. This is 23 point something. I have rounded it off to 24 to make the problem simpler to calculate. Next, part B was variance, to calculate variance between samples. To calculate variance between samples, we have to calculate sum of the squares between samples. For sum of the squares between samples, we did x bar 1 minus x double bar. X bar 1 was 24. So 24 minus 24 became 0. Since there are, since there are 4 numbers or 4 rows, we have to write this 4 times and the summation here is 0. Next, x bar 2 was 22 minus x double bar. 2 minus 24, 22 minus 24 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 you write 4 times. Total is 16. Next, x bar 3 was 25. It should be 25 minus 24, sorry. So x bar 3 was 25. 25 minus 24 is 1. 1 4 times, I got 4. Then I did sum of the squares between samples. 0 plus 16 plus 4, we got 20. So sum of the squares between samples was 20. Now, to find the variance between the samples, what I have to do is find the degrees of freedom. For ANOVA, there are two types of degrees of freedom. One is M, one is N, also called gamma 1 and gamma 2. So M is number of samples minus 1. Number of samples were x1, x2, x3, 3 samples, correct? So number of samples were 3. M will become 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So we come to variance between the samples. Sum of the squares between samples was 20. Our m was 2. 20 divided by 2, you got 10. The second part of the problem is over. Now, we are calculating variance within samples. So for that we did this table. I wrote all the, see this x1, x2 and x3 was written. Each number was divided by the arithmetic mean of that series. Arithmetic mean of 16, that is the first one, was 24, isn't it? So 16 minus 24 was 8. 8 squared is 64. Similarly, 20 minus 24 was 4. 4 squared is 16. 28 and 24 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 32 and 24 was 8. 8 4 is 64. Now this one, 12. The x bar 2 was 22. 12 and 22, difference is 10. Squared is 100. 16 and 22 was 6. Squared is 36. 6 6 is 36. 24 and 22 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. 36 and 22, 14. 14 squared is 196. You have a total of 336. Similarly here, 8 and 25. 25 x bar 3 is 25. 8 and 25 is 17. 17 squared is 289. 25 and 20 is 5. 5 squared is 25. 32 and 25 is 7. 7 squared is 49. 40 and 25 is 15. 15 squared is 225. So we have sum of the squares within samples is 160 plus 336 plus 588 is equal to 1084. Now, we had to find out, we found the sum of squares, we have to find out the variance within samples. So, you have to calculate n. N is total number of observations. I told you 3 salesmen, 4 cities, 3 into 4, 12. You have to count the number of observations or multiply 3 into 4, 12. So total number of observations were 12. 12 minus number of samples. Samples were 3, x bar 1, x1, x2, x3. So you get total number of observations minus samples. 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Now variance within samples will become like this. Sum of the squares within samples by n, that is the degree of freedom. So 1084 by 9, I got 120.44. Now the 3 parts of the problem is over. The last part is the analysis and you have to tell the decision. Now for the decision, the F test we have to do. F test is like this. F test is equal to variance between samples divided by variance within samples. So 10 divided by 120.44 is 0.083. Okay. Now I have stopped the problem because I have to explain the table to you. I will download a table of normal distribution. Now this normal distribution table, we will work at 5%. We will assume 5% level of significance because I have not given. We will have to assume 5% level, and I will tell you how we will compare the table with the calculated values. With this class, I will say bye. Thank you for your patient listening. I will try and work out why I am not getting the comments. Thank you. I'll see you. Keep smiling. Broad smile. Be cheerful. Stay at home as much as possible. Stay healthy. Stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.